What's going on, everybody? Here's a new episode of the Productive Conversations podcast, Friday the 13th. I just want to say I know it's been a long, stressful, and very, very upsetting week for a lot of people. And we are definitely aware of what's going on in this world. We just want to say here at Productive Conversations that we condemn violence of any kind. We only hope there's a better tomorrow. So having said that, why don't we take this time to, take a break from poking fun at the news and just instead answering life's most intense, most pondering, and greatest questions of them all. So here's our third edition of Life's Questions, and we have a great crew for you as a nice distraction to take you into your weekend. Rocky Palmini's back, as well as Ryan Page and Jose Rivera. What's up?
How's it going, Matt?
Hey,
Cannot
what's
wait
up?
to give you more life advice.
Excellent.
Me and Jose are great at it.
For sure.
Yeah.
And Rocky is too. So we are going to add to it. And I have a great start, everybody. So with this all-star crew, have you noticed? We're gonna go scientific on this one. Have you noticed and feel? And I do have an answer to this, but have you all felt that we've as a society been aging slower than our relatives? Like you could see somebody who's 35 in the photo from the 1960s and they look like they're 70. Or you could see somebody in the not, I felt like, when you're younger, maybe somebody 5 years older than you looked like a true adult. But have you noticed, like in pictures and stuff, that we've been aging a little slower, or I don't know if the exact word slower, but more gracefully as a whole in society?
Gracefully. Interesting. I don't know. I mean, I guess maybe. I don't know. I don't think I believe that. I feel pretty old. So
I mean,
I guess I
smoking's
don't.
gone down in society. You could blame
Yeah,
it.
yeah. We definitely probably live healthier lives, right? So I guess it
Yeah.
would make sense that we would look a little bit different overall. But I don't know. I think that we also have a lot more, not a lot more. More is probably the wrong word, but we definitely still have like a lot of stressors and a lot of things that rapidly age you. I actually just read that renters, we live in a society where a lot of folks are renters now. Renters, at least in the
Mhm.
UK, where they did the study, um, show signs of aging faster than people who own a home. And our entire generation is pretty much renting at this point. So there's definitely going to be some things that age us. I think we're just kind of young enough now that maybe we haven't aged yet. Like I don't think that many people I look 70 in their 30s.
But there definitely
But
was a couple of generations, or even a generation before that definitely is the case.
I mean, maybe like the farm hands, like yeah, we didn't have the Great Depression, Matt. So I guess forgive
I
our
have a
great
perfect
grandparents from having to eat like dirt for like 3 years.
Yeah, children are no longer in the coal mines.
Exactly. So I think, we're going to look a little less weathered just, as society changes. But I do think we're also young. I think people our age had been experiencing more stuff like early. That makes sense, guys? Like everything was like earlier, right? So you got like married and started a family earlier. So you had like your career job earlier, right? Everything was earlier. So like we're just now getting into the phase where we're starting families, we're buying houses, we're doing like a lot of very stressful things now, like 30s now, where it used to be like 20s back when like our grandparents were doing it. And so I could see the stressful stuff aging us now, right? So that might be why we don't look the same now, and then by the end we'll look exactly the same because we do all the same things. We just started them later. We had
So I
a little
actually
bit
have a
longer.
picture to help this reference. So
All
here's
right.
I'm showing people black
Uh-oh.
screen. So I have right here. This is the chat cast of Cheers, right? Like, and you can see their ages,
Right.
and subjective. And I know for the people listening, you have like Ted Danson. He's 35 in this picture, but he looks like he's 60.
He doesn't look
Or like,
60.
okay,
Yeah, he
fine,
does
50.
look older than 35.
Ted Danson looks 60 now.
So then we have the picture of the old white guy. He's 58. He definitely looks like he's 80.
Yes, he
He
looks
does.
80. No, but he looks older. Yeah,
He looks older
Um,
than
I
58.
don't.
older than
I've never
58.
watched Cheers though. I know the real Perlman. Here she's 34, and she looks like she's 54. So, but
I don't know.
I do have an
I think
answer
it's
to
the-
this.
Let's hear it.
So, according
Yeah.
to a guy on TikTok,
Okay,
he
so
said
when you
it
said we
is-
have an
you don't-
answer, we mean we
yeah,
don't have an
so,
answer.
yeah, there's
Someone
not an
just said
actual
this one time.
Yeah.
well,
Let's
he
hear it,
had
though. Let's hear it.
scientific evidence
Uh-oh.
about the nutrition we take in, advancements in medicine,
With advanced, that makes sense.
no major wars as a whole. As a whole,
Oh.
you know, I know it's ironic to say that now, but that is one of his points. But less smoking was the big one too.
That's a big one.
Like
I
they
think,
are
yeah.
starting to study like how come people looked, you know, younger if they're when they're certain, you know, how come people look so much older way back when? And
Well, yeah, I think what you're kind of saying, what we were saying, I think it comes down to stress. I mean, think of all the people in Hollywood now, Matt. Like I know you just showed us a bunch of actors, but like Hollywood now, no one looks as old as they are. I think even you're a big Hollywood guy, right? Your celebrity culture. We talk about it a lot on the show.
Look
Nobody
at Brad
looks,
Pitt.
yeah, like nobody looks their age in like Hollywood. And I think honestly, I think it's stress. They don't have anything to stress about. I mean, they're billionaires, millionaires at least, most of them. So like regular people age, people without a care in the world don't age. So we maybe just have less cares at 34 than the previous generation did. So that's again why they look a little bit older. I think it really does all come down to stress. Genuinely,
Are you stressed out?
am I like at the moment? Yes. All the time? Also, yes.
well,
If you ask me
we'll
tomorrow,
get
guess
there.
what the answer will be? Yes.
You don't take Fridays off?
Do I take Fridays off? No, I don't get that
Yeah.
that luxury.
Well, not from work, from stress.
No.
It's just Friday.
I'll eventually fall asleep tonight, and I suppose I won't be stressed at that moment. I'm not awake. I can't be sure. But I guess 50-50 chance once I fall asleep, I'll stop being stressed.
You want to talk about stressful? This is a
No.
good transition.
Yeah, I feel like we should talk about stress now.
Right.
You know, when you're at a restaurant with a larger group of people,
That is stressful.
it's stressful for the waiters and stuff. Do you ever feel bad when you have to split checks with a large group of people? Do you ever feel bad for the waiter, or you're just
Fuck
like, no, it's your
no.
job?
No, why would we feel bad? That's what they're there to do, isn't
Isn't
it?
that their job?
I don't know. Some people feel bad about it.
No.
I saw a
don't feel
whole
bad.
Reddit argument about it.
I'll tell you this right now: if they don't split the check, their tip is gonna go awfully low because I believe there's some suspect things. No offense, if I had lunch with you guys, yo, I'm counting that. I'm taking that calculator out. Fuck that.
No, I think separate checks is like a thing that people do. I don't know, like, yeah, I think that's normal.
You want to know something? And this also it's happened a couple of years ago, right? I was at Norwalk's Yard House, and they have a kiosk at your table to split the checks, right?
Yep, I've been.
This has been bothering me for like a year and a half, and now I thought about the story writing this, and now I can let it go. So people split their checks, right? And the tip part's the weird thing. So I believe the machine accounts your tip for the total amount, not the extra cash after everything's paid for. So I happen to be the last person there to pay for it, pay my meal, but I was, you know, with it's funny. It was the most unique group of friends from the gym of all ages.
Okay, you
went out to
friends for the gym. Yeah,
went out for this guy Dave, who's like 70, for his birthday.
What the
Right?
fuck?
I know. It was, ask Brendan about it. It was a group. So it was a solid like 9 people, right?
yeah.
Checks on the last one. I gave a nice solid. I got like one, like a beer and like some entree, and I gave
Is it
a
after the
like.
gym?
Oh, I didn't even go that day.
He just went to the dinner afterward.
But
And
it
it was
was
like-
like to go work out and then you got beer right after.
Not this time, but I give a $9 tip, but then I remember the woman. It said here, all right, all paid for. Your tip, $3, and I was like, "There's no way this person's only getting $3 for as much people and food was here." And you know,
wait, you just said you gave her $9, so she got at least.
I did,
$9.
but I noticed when people either they didn't tip,
Yeah, they didn't tip. What do you
or
mean?
they didn't account for the tip, or the tip was used for the total amount.
They didn't tip, Matt. They just like, oh, Matt will do it. That's exactly what happened. There's no way.
Well, I'm
You
not
don't
the one to
forget
choose
to
at this point.
You don't
Listen.
forget to tip.
I don't know. There are these debates in society about tipping culture. We could go all day
I think
about that.
those debates are stupid.
I don't tip.
Yeah, that makes sense. That checks. But you should tip because they don't get paid enough, meaning your servers, and they are providing a service to you directly. So
Just like
So
them
in the
strippers, huh?
just like the strippers.
I need a
You know what? We do tip strippers. Don't
You
we
got
do?
it.
You gotta
Yeah,
tip
tip
them.
for that
They don't.
service.
They don't do.
Oh,
And they don't give you a service unless you tip them directly.
Especially the ones off the menu. You know what I mean?
No.
It's all right.
Well, anyway, but no, in all seriousness, you do tip them. That's actually true. And so I do think, yeah, I mean, same logic for anyone who has a problem with the tipping restaurants. They provide you directly a service. You should give them something to show appreciation, or they won't
Mhm.
do it anymore.
So did you guys see that NSYNC is reuniting?
Yeah.
no.
So no. So NSYNC is coming back. They released a song this week for the
Oh, yeah, I saw
Trolls
that.
2. Trolls 2 or 3. Song is fine. So the rumor is they're about to go on tour for 2024, right?
Right.
And my question is, can boy bands have the same appeal as they were when they were younger? Like NSYNC looks old and fat and
Okay. So
Old,
not
fat,
exactly.
and gay. Real fast.
only one of them's gay.
Only one of them is
Close
but-
enough. Well, we have one that's fat. We have all four of them old.
Yeah, everyone was old. So
But
I feel like
how-
this is two questions, Matt. You merge them into one. Are you saying, do you think NSYNC can have the same impact it had when it first came out? No. Obviously.
So like when the tour comes out though, right? Are we really gonna see, the
Oh, yeah,
bye
people
bye
do
bye
that.
dance with these 50-year-olds and
Oh yeah.
yeah, but what
Yeah.
doesn't that look silly? Don't you
Yeah,
think
but
that-
you're just going to say you saw NSYNC. You don't care. That looks
so
silly.
like who the demographics? You must be like your late 30s, right?
Yeah, old
Like
yeah.
late 30 milfs gonna go. Oh yeah,
So we're like young 30s. So I don't know about late 30 MILFs, but yeah. Late 30s, people
That's
who
my
listen.
that's my jig. That's like my demo. All right.
Yeah, we're looking at like, yeah, late 30s, people who listened to them when they were young. Now, if you're asking just a question, can a boy band still work? Yeah, obviously. They just can't be old and fat.
Do they really work?
Yeah, look at those K-pop groups.
Okay, besides
Everybody
them,
loves
that's
them.
different.
So
What do you
if
mean
you're like
besides them?
if you're
Besides the
medium,
successful ones, which
I
ones
lo-
are successful?
Okay, give me besides K-pop. Give me another one.
I don't need to. I gave you one.
That's it. There are only one.
Yeah, so there was
That's
only
the
one
point.
when NSYNC did it.
no, there was two. They
Look
had
at
Insane.
Backstreet
NSYNC.
Boys. Backstreet Boys are doing like carnivals now.
Exactly.
They're doing the Oyster Fest.
They're doing Oyster
No,
Festival
you
right
wish.
now.
We got Oyster Fest. We got just the lead singer of Rascal Flatts. Not even all of them. Just the lead singer.
Oh my God.
It's a country group, Jose.
Wow.
They are?
Rascal Flats. Yeah, they like
Was it
as a
Rascal?
highway. Yeah, it was Rascal. That's what I said the whole time.
Life
I
is
was
a
like,
Highway, the country song?
yeah, it was not Rascal Flats. It was Rascal Flat. Just a singular flat.
That's
But yeah, no, they got just one. So even the Backstreet Boys are not Oyster Festival material right now. But I do think that it works. K-pop shows that you get enough young, relatively fit and attractive men who can sing and dance in a line together, and it will sell records. I think
But if you're above 40, no.
well, yeah, because the appeal of the boy bands is the appearance more than anything. So once the appearance goes away, well, that even goes away because I'm sure to like 40-year-olds, Justin Timberlake's incredibly attractive, right?
Would Justin Timberlake, does he genuinely want to be together with NSYNC or does he need money?
Well, that's what's confusing with your story because I heard he's on tour. He's going on tour in 2024 by himself.
Maybe
No,
he's
I just added
bringing
that
them-
question at the last second just now.
Oh,
about
from what
him.
I was told, from what they were saying, like the fat one of the group was talking about.
Joey Fatone. Let's
Joe,
use everyone's
I don't
names.
know. I'm sorry. I didn't know.
Actually,
what's
is he?
his name.
Is he? Yeah, he's them, right?
Well, whatever
he's
he is,
a bit
okay.
overweight.
Okay, Joey.
Joey,
Joey
yes.
said
Joey
that
said,
that Justin is doing his own little thing in 2024.
Oh,
Nah, it's
is
a
that-
misdirect, a red herring, so they can make it a surprise when they come out together and do "It's Gonna Be Me."
Oh my god! You just scream, "Oh my yeah!" They have the
Yeah, but no,
TRL
but if
come
you're
back.
40, if you're 40 years old, you think Justin Timberlake's attractive. I'm putting my
Who
flag in the ground
care?
right there.
No homo.
That's-
He's not for 40-year-old guy. Well, if
Right,
he is
he's
40,
older
he's
than
not a
that,
bad looking
probably.
guy.
Yeah, he's probably older than 40 now.
So
But I'm just
say,
like, you know what I mean? Like I think you age up, right? You age up, so you get older, but your fans get older, and it's a nice balance. But yeah, for young people, people rule popular culture. So
are you
it's gotta
gonna be
a young guy.
ready for like the 60-plus-year-olds to go to a Snoop Dogg concert when he's like 80?
That'd be kind of funny, actually. I went to a Nelly concert once, and they're kind of
Oh,
old now.
Jesus. Oh, Nelly?
I saw Nelly and Florida Georgia Line.
Together?
You got these weird ass groups.
That was a weird group. I was the only person there who knew any of the Nelly songs. It was definitely a Florida Georgia Line crowd, but I knew the Nelly songs. People kind of.
Are you gonna show up to like a Little Uzi Vert concert in your 70s?
No, I won't.
Isn't that gonna be funny how that works?
I'll be honest, Matt.
An Ice Spice concert in your 70s.
I don't think any of these people are going to be making music when we're in our 70s. You want my honest opinion? No one is going to. Ice Spice is not going to be touring at 7 years old.
I totally can see Ryan at a Nickelback concert.
I wouldn't go to a Nickelback concert now.
Hey,
Nickelback 70.
Creed and Nickelback are coming back, especially Creed. Thanks to the Texas Rangers.
No, Creed is bad, Matt.
Well, they're inspiring the Texas Rangers to win. If you're watching the playoffs,
they're a bad band. They're not good.
You don't like.
Important. No, I don't like Creed.
With arms wide open.
Yeah, and I have the other one that's actually even like worse.
Higher, where my favorite meme every Thanksgiving is to show the guy flying in the air.
Maybe it's higher. What is the one? There's like a really sad one. In the music video, they're on like a stage, like a theater.
I have no idea.
I'll figure it out at some point. I'll figure it out at some point, like mid conversation, and I'll just say the name of the song. But yeah, there's a really bad Creed song out there. I mean, there's a couple, but I mean, they're not Limp Bizkit bad, but you know.
Oh, how about going to a Limp Bizkit concert in your 50s?
I think that's what happens at Limp Bizkit concerts now. I think that's you just described a Limp Bizkit concert. I think
people who look like the Undertaker now are at Limp Bizkit.
Yeah, exactly.
Can't believe he goes out to Kid Rock's American Badass. It's so cringe.
Well, he can't be a dead man anymore because it's too real now.
Unbelievable. So this was a fan submitted question.
Oh.
You see a friend who got severely overweight. Is it okay to say, "Damn, you got fat"?
Exactly like that?
Yeah.
No, you idiot. Of course it's not.
Bullshit. If it's Matt, I'm gonna tell that motherfucker he's fat.
But like just like that. Seriously. No.
It depends. It depends on the situation. If it's a girl, of course you're not gonna say it like that. But
I don't even think we should gender this, Jose. You have a friend who genuinely got too big, like to the point where you feel you need to say something. Like you need them to you want them to lose weight. You're just gonna say, "Damn, you got fat."
Matt will tell you back in the days when Matt was fat, I'd tell this guy he's fat.
Well, yeah, you can say it, but you don't say it that way.
Matt, go ahead, Matt. Tell him.
I didn't want to be called fat anymore by a lot of people, including Jose and my mom.
Jose.
Matt got super skinny. Put some couple pictures up.
I was there.
He
Jose.
blew up. Yeah, so I like to take credit of his skinniness because
it's you and his mom bullied him till he lost weight. Apparently. I didn't know that part of the story. That it was you and his mom pushing
lots of people, man. Just people I didn't even know yet.
Have you ever publicly said the name of that project, Matt? Should I out that on the show? Should we keep?
I'll say that. Yeah. Project Channing Tatum.
Project Channing Tatum.
Well, you got to be as close to Channing Tatum as possible.
Did you hear that, Jose? Did you know that about your plan to push Matt to lose weight? Did he tell you what he called it? He told me.
You could have named it better. You could have called it from Jonah Hill to Channing Tatum.
No, it was just Project Tatum. Hill. Project Tatum. That was the project.
I like that name.
See,
I like it.
As long as I have Rocky's approval.
You got my
Yeah.
approval.
So, Rocky, what do you think? Since me and Jose disagree on this, can you walk up to someone that you know and ostensibly like and just be like, "Damn, you got fat"?
No,
Okay, thank you.
no. If you want them to actually lose weight, you do not just straight up insult them like that.
Well,
You want to know something that I saw this when I was working
Jose
at
begs to
Kohl's.
differ. He saw it.
I know, and I get it. There's that whole, bruh, what
Like
you
tough
doing?
love,
You're
right.
fat, but that's not effective in the long run.
I feel like 90% of the time it's not effective. I'm sure you
well,
can
no,
find
I was,
just
One or two people want to laugh.
I'm bullshitting on the part of him trying to get skinny. I just want to say the obvious.
I don't care.
I don't
Not
give,
that I
I
want to
give two
help you.
fuck. I don't give a fuck if helping him or not, or encouraging him or not. I just want to tell him the truth. Like, I just want to tell you fat. That's it. Like, you can eat the Twinkie. You can not eat the Twinkie. I give two shits. I'm just gonna state the obvious. Everybody else around you might not want to say it, but I'm gonna tell you, you fat. That's it. You got titties.
Yeah. You also you can't say anything
don't think that
if
will
you're
work.
also overweight though.
That's true. I mean,
Like
Jose's obviously not
I would
overweight,
never call out someone's weight because
but you're not like really
glass
overweight.
houses. I'm enough to where I wouldn't do it.
Fair enough, but everyone's got foibles. You can't. If you have to try and help your friends, I think. So again, I have an altruistic view of this. Jose just really wants to let people know the truth. He's more of a beacon of truth in this
Listen,
world full of lies.
I'm one of the true believers. The truth shall set you free. What you do with it, your problem.
I remember I did see when I was working at Kohl's, and there was this woman and this guy, and the woman told the older guy, "You look like you put on a few pounds." And the old woman goes away, and he complains, "She really said that to me. Why'd you
Well,
do that?"
that's nice enough. That's not damn you got fat. That's like, oh, you look like you've gained a little weight. That's I think a nicer way to say that. I mean, it's never going to be good.
Yeah.
If you're afraid to say it at all, like you can always be like, I shouldn't have said that. So I'm going to the point where you've seen enough of a change, you feel the need to act, right? Like you need to step in and say, hey, listen, man, for your health, or not, man, woman, whatever, for your health or whatever, I think you should maybe consider losing the weight, right? Yeah, you can always find a way that telling someone that they've gained weight or that they're fat is going to make you look like a dick. So if you're worried about that, then just don't say anything. Just ignore it. But I don't agree with that. I'm with Jose on that. You have to tell the truth, especially if it's someone you care about and you're nervous or worried about it. And so I think
just not as blunt.
say it nice. Yeah, just say, damn, you're fat. I mean, don't tell me who asked that. But if you are the person who asked that, if you're the person who asked that, if you're real, don't. What is that? What are you doing? Come on. Damn, you got fat. Obviously, that's wrong. That's obviously incorrect.
All right. So how do you react to somebody who wants you to change their mind? And we're specifically whether it's more romantic, platonic, or whatever friendships or relationships. And I actually was inspired by a musical plot for this. So it's better just to explain the musical plot so you know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So if your girlfriend wants to go to the Berkshires for an entire summer as you are writing a musical that is going into a workshop that will go on Broadway, but you as a writer don't know what to do, and he tells his girlfriend he's not leaving the city so he can work on his workshop, and the whole time she said, I just wanted you to convince me to not go. What do you do? That was the last song lyric. I just wanted you to say don't go. So what are you doing that whole time? This genuinely was bothering me after I saw this. One of my favorite movies.
You lost me almost immediately.
I saw
Yo, there's so much you just said. I'm like, what?
Okay. Long story short, if somebody wants you to change their mind and they're implying change my mind, I'm going to do this, but I will not do it unless you change my mind for me. How do you approach that? And I'm sure there's even a better question.
Most people don't want to have their minds
changed. They don't want their mind. If someone says change my mind, they
don't want your mind.
No, they're just looking to fight.
Yeah, I think in your case, Matt. Well, it's a Broadway. It's a Broadway musical
from the show TikTok, Tick Boom.
I know. I've seen it. I know exactly what happens.
You know the song.
Yeah, I know the whole thing. As soon as you said the Berkshires, I knew where you were going with this. I would say in that case, since I saw the movie, I think the point is she, the woman, just wanted to feel like the reason
Want it?
wanted, exactly. She wanted her to be the reason, like she wanted her to be felt. He just cared about his musical. He didn't care about her. That's the whole point of that entire relationship. And that's why she says that. I just wanted you to convince me to stay, meaning show me that you're interested, show me that you need me here, show me that you care, and then I would have stayed. But you didn't do that. You just kept saying, don't do this to me. I got my musical to write. And so she hated him for that. So to answer that question, you just need to show someone you're interested. But to answer the question you asked, nobody wants to be convinced that they're wrong. Never. Never. It is against human nature to want to be wrong. So anyone who says prove I'm wrong is saying so because they're very confident you can't. And they want you to try so they can yell at you for trying unsuccessfully. I know this because I do this frequently.
Every day.
Yes, frequently. Mostly with Rocky, but with other people too.
Anything else to add on for that, Jose?
Not really. I mean, for me, it's like I didn't ask you to fucking leave in the first place. So, but the fuck are you leaving? But
So
that's what I'm
go,
trying to just
be
go.
free.
You expect you have to ask people to leave? They just wait around.
Oh, I mean, if you expect me to be like, no, stay, like, bitch, I didn't even tell you to leave in the first place. But you can stay. You got that choice. But that's my way of thinking.
All right. Well, you know what? That's fair. It's her choice to leave. That's what you. That's what I heard. That's what I'm choosing to hear from what you said.
Your choice to stay. You can stay if you want. You can just make sure you clean your mess at my house, or you can be out.
Spoiler
Doesn't bother
alert.
me.
Do they have to
He
clean the
left.
mess if they leave, or can they leave you with the mess? What happens then?
I mean, they can at least put the dishes in the damn sink. I'll take care of it later, but I don't need in my ass, in my point of view, if I have a girl that night, I'm either gonna smash again, or you can just be out.
I will
One of
say
the two
this
is
was not
happening.
like a smash thing. This was they were together.
Well, I'm making it more entertaining because the whole fucking plot of your story sounds boring as fuck.
Spoiler alert, it's a great musical. And he chose his music over her.
And then he died.
The way you guys explained it made me rather either watch that or listen to Nickelback and slip my wrist. One of the two is gonna happen.
Oh,
jeez. I thought just listening to Nickelback was bad. You had a whole extra layer there.
Well, I don't want to listen. It ends that
look
misery.
at this photograph. Can I ask you one thing though? If you
Multiple.
Okay, so is dancing with another person's partner considered cheating?
No. What in the
In
world?
what
No.
in what way? Well, like how? What do you
Like
mean?
Well,
Like
say-
Cotton
say-
Eye Joe?
actual dancing. No.
So like if a lady is taken by if a girl has a boyfriend and she's
Mhm.
grinding up on and she's grinding up on not her boyfriend, is that cheating?
Let's consult our alpha male correspondent first, Jose.
Depends on the dude.
Okay, he's
I
straight.
wasn't expecting
He's an
that
alpha male
answer.
straight.
I was not expecting
Grinding's
that
not
answer.
dancing though, so no.
Well, hold on, Rocky. We'll get to that because
I mean,
that's
really,
wrong. But
I mean, it's not cheating, but I'm gonna feel some type of way. If it's grinding, if it's like fucking ballroom dancing, I give two shits. But if your ass is all up on this dude grinding on this dude dick, and you expect me later that night to put my face in the middle of that shit, I'm straight.
I think that's what it works.
okay, so we ended up agreeing because when he said no, I was like, yeah, I would say so. I think that I would have a problem with that.
It's not cheating. It's not cheating. It's just
That feels very much like a technicality someone who has cheated would say.
It feels like you're being. It feels like you're being violated, though.
Right. It feels like they cheated him.
Yeah.
Well, it's like yeah. In a way,
I get what you're saying. Like they didn't sleep with someone else. They didn't, right? But like the feelings are exactly the same. You're not going to feel different.
It's like a fat girl touching your balls. Like
I don't see the connection.
If you ain't cheated, but you feel violated though, right?
What?
No, I don't. If I'm single and anyone touches me anywhere, then it wouldn't be cheating, whether I feel violated or not. I'm saying if you have a partner and that partner is doing something that is visually explicit with someone else, even if it's not like technically cheating, there's no like depending on how you define cheating, it's gonna feel exactly the same. So to me, that would just be cheating. If it feels like cheating, then it is cheating. The reason why it's not the thing you said about the fat girl is because you didn't establish that you were in a relationship.
Okay, you're in a
at all.
relationship. A random. All right, you're in a relationship. A random girl comes by you, walks by you, and grabs your balls.
Yeah.
You tries to grab your dick. Is that cheating?
Oh, but you didn't ask for that. No, seriously, you didn't ask for that. You weren't an active participant, right? Like you were just minding your business, and someone came up. Yeah, that's assault. Like I agree with you
sexual
there.
assault is not.
But with the grinding, like theoretically, both partners or both people in that dance, right, are actively participating. And so I would say that makes it a little bit more akin to cheating because everyone is actively making the decision to do it. Whereas in the other scenario, like not everybody's actively a part of it. You're just minding your business and someone grabs you inappropriately. That's assault. Like, you know what I mean? Or it certainly comes close to assault. If it's not, like, then it's not. But
Matt, has this happened to you? Is this why you asked this question?
So I'm curious. Is this a Google question or a Matt question?
Is your
I think I got that question from some of the questions that get dude with a sign.
From
the
Cat
meme.
Mound.
Cat Mound. What?
It's just it's me picking a name that sounded like Matt Brown.
No, this never happened to me or close to happening. I think whether it was dude with a sign or Twitter, I got it from somewhere that somebody asked that question. Would you consider that cheating?
I would, yeah.
Yeah, like I said,
So Rocky, it's not dancing. That was your stance, right?
It's not dancing.
So
grinding's not dancing. Actual dancing is not cheating.
Okay, so I was about to say. So what do you think? What is your stance on actual dancing? Then we all agree on grinding, but we don't agree that grinding's dancing.
Maybe I should have said the word grinding.
So you're foxtrot. That's fine.
That's fine.
If you do the hokey pokey together,
the hokey pokey,
the
the hokey pokey could get very.
Like bachata or like Spanish dancing.
So
that can be borderline because how they dance is mad.
So I actually saw a situation like this happen while I was out. I did not know any of the people involved. I was at a bar and I saw strangers, and so the stranger was with a girl. I'm assuming they were together because they were together for a large portion of the night. Then girl went off with like some girlies, strangers, just a couple of guy friends, and then these other girls came in. And the guy that was with the guys and this new girl who came in were both they were both Latino in some fashion, and a song came on, right, and they started dancing, and it was like you said, it was obviously like bachata or whatever. It was very clearly kind of a close dance, but I don't think it was meant to be any type of way. And so someone did ask me, like, what someone I was with was like, wasn't he with someone else? I'm like, yeah, he was earlier. And they're like, isn't that kind of like wrong? And I actually think about it, and I came down on no, right? Because it's the dance, right? I mean, you could just be like, no, thanks, I'm not dancing with you, because it's close, right? But like to me, I was like, that's the type of dance, and so to me, I felt like it was probably fine. But that one, you're right, that is a little bit grayer.
What kind of dance?
I don't know, Jose. Do you know how white I am, Jose? Genuinely speaking.
No, see, because I'll tell you this right now. I'll tell you, if there's a fine, you're right in a way. If it's like a certain song, but if it's anything like Romeo Santos or fucking Aventura, fuck that. That's cheating.
Could not even pretend to tell you the song.
Oh, well, whatever it is, if it was if he's in that
some
damn fucking Bad Bunny. Well, I don't give a shit about Bad Bunny, but the other one, like Romeo Santos, you dance that with someone you're interested. You ain't gonna dance with some fucking bug-eyed motherfucker or some fat dude. You're doing it with somebody that you're interested in.
Well, yeah. So I don't know the song for obvious reasons, but they were definitely dancing very close. But I do think it was just because like that's the style of the dance. So I would say that's also not cheating.
Did you take any notes?
I didn't take any notes.
So you can practice with your wife one day. Like, hey,
married, don't have to. It's already done. It's locked in.
He was very impressive at the wedding. His dance was very well done.
It was a good dance. Yeah, thank you.
Dance, dance, we're falling in love in bad time.
I don't think any of those were the right words other than dance, dance.
I thought they were. I was impressed because I don't
I'm
even.
pretty sure it's falling in love in halftime.
Oh,
Golden Detone. All right, next. So, the next question is if somebody goes and tells you, I'm the honest one in my friend group, I'm the honest one in this family, I'm the honest one at work, I'm the honest one out of all my friends, doesn't that mean they're lying?
They certainly don't think so.
Yeah.
But stereotypically, you notice when people say that they're usually not that honest. They're usually deceitful. They're usually a big bullshitter and don't tell the truth.
Okay.
You agree, right? If somebody
Jose,
says I'm the honest one, take that with a grain of salt.
Jose and Rocky, what's your take on this?
Typically, yes. I feel like you have to take it with a grain of salt. But if you know the person, and I don't know, that's very scenario specific. I feel like because that could be a total joke, or they could be like, "Look, I'm the one that's not going to lie to you." So
Definitely has heard that a lot from liars.
I don't know. I think it depends.
But
That's
yeah,
a depends case.
like if someone I met, I mean, where I got this idea from was from someone I met on an app, and they said that, and I was like, man, I am so definitely, this is not gonna work out. I just,
So
no.
it was a girl.
Yeah, I said somebody I met from an app, not buddy. Get your new drinking buddy.
You can meet a drinking buddy on an app that's not Tinder. But okay.
Sure, when you get friend zone or you friend zone them, and you still
Well,
want to get drinks
he would
together.
be a man in this case. So yeah, but so yeah, I think that even if they are genuine in that they believe they are the honest person amongst their friends and family, they certainly don't hold their friends or family in very high regard. And so, you are who you hang out with. And so I suppose if you feel the need to introduce yourself as the only honest person you know, then you're hanging out with some really bad people. But I'll say, like, while I agree with the sentiment, like if someone said that, I wouldn't trust them. I don't like. Do you trust anybody ever really inherently? I don't. Jose, you agreeing with me? Like, you don't just trust people. That's weird.
Yeah, like I
It's
don't
very
trust
leave it to
Matt.
Beaver.
I don't trust Matt during Call of Duty. I expect that guy to leave me hanging.
Hey,
We should play Call of Duty, Jose. I'm very bad.
I
Oh,
trust people until they give me a reason not to.
Well, that's very big of you,
Yeah,
Rocky. I don't trust anybody until I know them, and then I'd mostly trust them.
yeah, I'm with Rocky. I kind of give you my trust, and it's your job to keep it. And once you lose it, you done.
Exactly.
Interesting. I'm just more guarded, perhaps.
They can
Maybe it's
take
because
very little to
I'm the
keep
only
it.
honest one in my.
Because once you give me a reason not to trust you, there's no way I can trust you.
Well, I agree with that.
So
I would
like
just
you might as
argue.
well. I'm giving it to you. I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt of me first knowing you. I'm not gonna judge you off my past experience with other people. So I'm giving you a clean slate. It's your job to make sure it stays clean.
I can
If
read the
I'm
trends. I could see humanity the way we're going. I don't have to trust people.
trust issues.
I
What
mean, a
is
little bit.
so? What do you guys think about people who use dates as a way to get free meals?
All right,
Whether you're a guy or girl.
Is that a thing?
This one's a real one.
I'm
Jose.
about to say I don't know too many guys that get free dinners.
I actually happen to agree with that. I think if you're on like a dating app, it's often
Often the dude's paying
split
for that.
or the dude is paying you.
Well, the dude's paying because he's trying to get laid in the first date. You ain't gonna split it. You just dropped your percentage of getting laid down 50% by splitting.
I mean, have you ever not had a lot of money, Jose? Some people will split.
Well, them bitches that still, well, no. I mean, usually I'll pay the first date and see where a guy kind of goes, and then second date, if it doesn't go nowhere, it's just one of those I gotta wait 3 months. I'll split.
So how do you approach that? How do you be like, listen, I know I paid the first time.
You can just
from
tell.
now
No, I
on,
wouldn't approach it. I wouldn't approach it like that. It kind of comes off like, hey, like like the first time you're gonna meet, you're gonna probably do a dinner or coffee or whatever, and you're just
Right.
gonna be like, no, I got it, don't worry, whatever. And you
Mhm.
kind of go from there. And the second day is like, yeah, you kind of, if she's interested in you, she'll probably be like, you probably start asking what's your favorite movies, this and that, and you kind of be like, oh, be like, we should go see that, and they'd be like, well, how about I'll get the tickets, you get the popcorn, and she's like, deal, and you kind of go from there, and it's kind of there you go, you split,
So
and
you
then if
just
it
kind
go
of steamroll into it. You just be like,
kind of
what if
go,
you paid for that? Yeah, and then just move on.
well, I ain't a dick to the point where be like, hey, let's go see it, let's go to movies, and then wait for her at the ticket booth to be like,
No, I
well,
get
can I
that.
get
Yeah.
one? Can I get
Yeah.
one for 8-7?
Yeah, you gotta be charming about it. I understand. I'm just
Yeah,
saying you kind of just make it happen. You just go somewhere where it's easier to
and then
split.
you kind of, if she's interested in you, she's willing to split, and she's kind of interested in you, she's willing to go with the flow with things. You can tell off the rip if they're looking for a free meal and shit. Be like, oh, I just paid my phone bill, or oh, this
Mhm.
and that, whatever.
I
She
just paid
starts
my
saying
phone bill.
excuses that she's broke. Then why I'm gonna hang out
So
with a broke
obviously,
bitch?
I don't have any real experience with this. And I don't. I'm gonna guess that Rocky doesn't,
I
based
do.
on. Oh, you do? Okay, then all
No, I
three of you.
don't. Are you kidding me?
I know you do. That's why I was like, you want to talk big. I was gonna call on you first. So, Jose and Matt, do you have like, is that something that frequently happens? People are just going for a free meal. They're like,
Hell
oh,
yeah.
this guy will pay, and so let me just go on this
Let me
date.
just let me just use him and manipulate. And then tell my group chat after I just got a great meal after. This guy thinks he has a chance. I
Okay,
don't know.
so Jose, what about you? Because so Matt
I'm
clearly
No,
not I'm
feels
not
this
that
strongly.
cynical, but it definitely does happen. And it's easier to figure out, at least now at this point, it's easier to figure out who's in it for just the meal and who's not.
I'm usually honest. I usually tell them the truth. Like I'm trying to smash. Like be real honest with you. I was like,
Because
you
what
want to
is
hang
that a
out, whatever.
high? Is that a high percentage shot for you, or
Uh-huh. More
all right?
likely more than you think.
I'm not doubting it.
Mhm.
Some either I'm gonna get you, you're gonna stop, you're gonna fall back, and you're gonna be like, I'm not into it, cool. Or you're gonna be like, oh, I like your honesty, blah blah blah, and they'll kind of keep going with the conversation, and then you kind of, well, can we see where it goes? And I'm like, sure, and keep it moving. And by after the first day, you kind of see like if it's gonna go somewhere, if it's not, then you just cut it off right there, and then
And then you say split the check at that
yeah,
point.
correct.
No, I was gonna say actually, I when I was in at college, there was these. I was an RA, and there were these student athletes, and they consistently brought various women back to their dorm on like Fridays or Saturdays, whatever day, a weekend day. And so I heard someone make the comment, and I probably shouldn't have said this as an RA, but it happened about like so and so was getting lucky. It was one of these two athletes, and I said, I'm not sure you can call it getting lucky when it happens every Friday.
Oh
Like
shit.
it's just your Friday plan. And so that's why I was curious. Like, if it was a high percentage shot, like, do you just say it and it happens? Because I mean, it could. Again, I've seen it happen. I've seen people who are like that. So that was why I asked that. I
I
wasn't
will
doubting
say
you at
I
all,
do
Jose.
take
I was just curious.
I do take Jose similar approach too before I see him. Like, hey, just so we're on the same page, like I'm not necessarily looking like saying this is just for a sex thing or for long term or what. Like, basically, you just want to establish, like how do you feel if you have any interest or chance. I will say, I will
You
try to seek that out, but I don't
usually
go cold turkey no more.
the best way I tell a girl is like usually I tell them it's like when you're looking to buy a new car, you want to test drive the shit first.
I don't know if I like that. I think I'd be very
But
upset.
true, but you're being honest. Where most other
Yes.
dudes are trying to, other dudes they probably go on like 50 other dates, and all of them playing games and bullshit. And then when they don't get their want, they get ghosted. But at least when you're talking to me, you get on it. Like I'm telling you why. Like I'm into you, I'm interested. But if you want to go further, there's like gonna be a little. You gotta give something to get something.
I mean, you know what? There's something to be said about that, about honesty up front. I just feel like if it were me, I would feel like, oh, I think I would be taken aback by that. But I'm A, not a woman, and B, also not really big on like current dating scene. So I wouldn't be able to really know. If that's what everyone's doing, then I suppose you're ahead of the game, right?
Well,
Yeah, that's
kind of be
why.
honest. Guys or girls are both think the same shit. It's just guys are just intimidated to just be honest and be like,
Well, I
listen.
am a guy still, and I don't do a lot of internet dating, but I am still a man. So
Well, what
I
I'm
get what
saying,
you're saying, but
when you with your girl, before you guys got married, you're on a date, didn't you want to smash?
sure, but that's not the point.
Okay, but so the
That wasn't the
point.
purpose of dating. That wasn't the purpose of
I
dating.
get well, you knew, but what I'm saying is, wouldn't you be taking like, come on, we know where it was going. It's like, come on,
No, that
like,
wasn't the purpose of dating. I'm being honest with you. That was not the purpose
well,
of
you
our
played the
dating.
friend card, didn't you? But that's
It
if
wasn't a
you play.
card. I was just your friend.
You
But yeah.
well, you were a friend. That's so it's different. But if you were online dating, you're like, come on, like, come on.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, again, I'm not someone who's done the online dating thing. It was like Tinder got really popular around the same time, like really popular. I was around before that, but they got very popular around the same time I met my wife. And so I never really had to, not, I had to, is like a strong word, but I never utilized Tinder at all. So that's why I'm like, I definitely don't have the same level of like comfortability and experience on the apps because it just never came up for me.
I
But
I always felt like online dating, you already knew what you're giving. Like you already accepted what you're going about to get. You're either gonna either get a nice girl that's decent, great personality, blah blah blah, or you're just gonna get a smut.
okay.
Point like one, it's either or. Like online dating, you're not gonna get it. It's either they know what they want. They want something real, blah blah. You can just off the 10, and Matt can tell you off like 5 minutes conversation on online dating. You already know what they're down for whatever. You can tell if they're fake, or you can tell they know what they want and they're just looking for a husband material and want to go that route. And you kind of can kind of play it by ear. But most nine, like if you go on POF, Tinder, or whatever, like they're all smuts on there. They're all free.
What is
Like the
POF?
real ones. Now, if you go on Match where you gotta pay like $20 a month or whatever, then you know they're looking for the real thing. You ain't gonna get it in like that. But
Right.
yeah,
You're not investing $20 for
correct,
just a good time. That's
correct.
too steep a price.
You're paying $20 you're paying to make sure you ain't getting guys like me messaging you. All right. If you can just
Yeah.
go on it for free, and Matt will tell you, Matt knows them chicks you say a stupid ass line, they already got their panties down. Come on now.
So both of
Exactly.
you, Bumble. Do you use Bumble? That's
Yep.
because only the girl can like set it up on Bumble, right?
Yeah, one thing I
No,
learned from Bumble, both guys and girls are bad at pickup lines.
I want to know how you learned
Bumble,
that. Hold on,
it just
Jose. Hold on. We should put a pin in that. How did you learn that guys are bad at pickup lines,
yeah, how? Wait.
I don't know because I've
So
said
you
some
do
bad
know because
ones.
you said it. Oh, you're saying you were bad. So you're
No,
saying
but there's
girls
plenty
and you are bad
examples
at
of
pickup
people.
lines.
They're both guys and girls are bad at pickup lines.
Again, I don't know. I feel either you have a lot of evidence that you're
Well,
choosing not to
there's
share.
plenty of you just go on you just Google image, pickup lines that
I don't think
failed
any
or
of those are
failed.
real. Do you guys think those are real? Like those conversations online that are like the meme conversations? No,
Yeah, there's a
those are all
lot of
fake.
people on those apps
I
and don't know
guess
what they're saying
those
and
feel
don't know what
fake
they're
to me.
talking.
I
It's
don't
like
trust them.
TikToks.
But you're
All
right.
fake fox.
You are right, Jose, about it's just on those gut feelings and like especially with me in the past couple months, I just had weird gut feelings trying to already know it. Like I'll give an example from this week. Talking with somebody very, very briefly. I was just not, it was a combo of not feeling it and like reestablishing my approach. But long story short, I said this one line that I've used only twice. I'm 500 with it. One time it led to a long-term relationship. The other time, which was today, led to awkwardness, mostly by me, but it didn't help. So the line was, hey, this is the day of we're supposed to go on the scheduled date, while already talking with her for a night and seeing there's no romance, there's no flirting whatsoever, talking about fantasy football teams. I'm down by 3 already. So this does tie into the advice they'll go anyways and see what happens. But I already had a feeling this was just going to be me being home and striking out, which is fine. But me being, paying for a date, and I lose $70 out of it. That I'm trying to prevent. So I said, hey, really excited for tonight. But hey, if you're not feeling it, just let me know now. You could cancel. You don't even have to respond to this. No hard feelings. But if you are into it, I'm excited for 6. See you at this place.
You said it just like that.
Yeah, he did, Jose. He sent me the
I would
picture.
have. I would have slapped you right in the fucking face.
That's
with
why
that.
That's why he
Well,
sent it to me. By the way,
What
I will
the
say-
fuck?
I will say, to be fair, one, I wasn't taking it that seriously. And two, the only other time it worked, it led to a long-term relationship. So maybe it clearly was a miracle shot that time. That
I
went in.
agree. Yeah, you should never be like, "Hey, I'm really excited," but if you're not feeling it,
But
definitely
at the
cancel.
same time,
Also, don't
remember
even
last
respond. Don't worry about it.
and even just this was a bad example because the last person I tried to talk to kept pushing back the date. Clearly, they didn't felt it from the start to the point where I said, "I'm not feeling it. Bye." So, so that was a point of just not taking it seriously. See where it would go. Clearly, it didn't work out.
Talk some sense to them, Jose, because I tried. You didn't listen.
Well,
Okay,
no,
the first-
but basically, I learned. Hear me say, I'm down to hear the advice, but I've learned never saying that line again, and I'm moving on with my life.
But what part? What part of the line never to say again? That you
I am never
realized?
saying. I'm never given an ultimatum before.
But it has nothing to do with the ultimatum. What you said in the beginning was the worst shit ever. It's
Yeah,
like
I'm not gonna say it again.
It's like a car. You're like a car salesman trying to sell me a beat down fucking Volkswagen.
Exactly.
Like,
Why I will never do that again.
maybe the long distance, the one that took you the longest relationship, just maybe she was feeling you, and maybe you took-
Exactly.
She did
Yeah,
it
that
in
was-
spite of that
but
line,
that-
not
but-
because of that line.
no, but
The counterfactual.
she was interested in him. He probably overthought the shot and sent that stupid message. And she's like, no, I'm interested in you, and went on a date, and it progressed it. This is Matt's defense mechanism from him not getting shut down like that or stood up or whatever. I get why
Correct.
Matt said it. But Matt's just by doing that to a girl that's on the fence or not sure, you're doing that just off the rip. It's just you're just devaluing yourself off the rip. So when the girl reads that stupid shit, she's like, why the fuck am I even gonna waste my time if you don't value yourself in that stupid 10-minute text message you tried to thought up together and put together and sent me? I'm not even gonna fuck with you. I'm not even gonna respond to you. I'm just gonna let it go and move on. Why?
Which you said she could do in your text message.
Because
Exactly.
I guess this was
Exactly.
definitely an example of ignorance is bliss. And I
No,
learned
you
my
just
lesson.
you knew off the rip that this was the Titanic and it was sinking. So you put it out there, so you're like, okay, it's okay. So if when she does bounce on you or she didn't answer, you didn't give a shit because at the end of it, you made her make that choice. You made it okay to do that. So it's your defense mechanism because if she would have pushed it back or she would have ghosted you, you would have been bothered by it. So that's you giving yourself a
And out.
reason.
Yeah.
You just gave yourself a set of wondering why or don't have that closure if it didn't work out and not understanding why you took that and put that instead of the reason why. It's because you
Yeah.
told her she could do that. So now you don't have to sit there and wonder or whatever. But by you doing that, why would she even fuck with you?
Like,
I
you
would.
gotta
No
go-
reason
You gotta
to.
go for it. You gotta go for it.
There's no
Gotta
reason
try.
you just if you don't value yourself, like
No, I'm a great time. I am
I
a
get
lot
that,
of
but
fun.
Matt,
And
and
I'm
that's-
good.
I
I'm a
get
kid.
that, but in that stupid message is like, hey, you should have been like, hey, if you're not feeling this, cool, I'm straight. I'll keep it moving. I can make other plans. And just like whatever you want to do is straight. Like if anything, see you around, and that's it. Done.
I just think
Like,
you
you
should don't
just-
say anything. Just be like, see you at 7.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's
but
what
go
it
on
is.
with it.
he probably thought he wanted to work, and if he got stood up, like in his way, he probably got stood up.
If you get
It
stood up,
would've
you get stood
bothered him.
up. Who cares?
Yeah. For you,
I
Mr.
will-
Married Boy, it's not a big deal. If your wife stood you up, you'll just see her back at home at 8:00.
Well, so to be a married guy, you do have to date somebody, right? And so, like,
Not
I'm
always.
well,
That's
yeah,
true,
in
not
like an
always.
arranged marriage or something, but we're not in, feudal England. So, no, No, I can't speak to the like apps or anything, but I can speak to that.
I will definitely never say that again. I promise.
You definitely shouldn't.
You know what it is? I see Matt, because Matt, throughout the years I've known Matt, and I see he's a great dude. Kind of weird at times, sure. Very unique in his own way, sure. And he has a great heart. And sometimes he overthinks a lot of bullshit that he shouldn't be just going with the flow of shit, and he doesn't. So I can see why he does this, because sometimes I do look at him, he probably doesn't see himself. Matt, sure, looks wise, Matt ain't a 10. Matt probably good 6, maybe 5.
5, definitely not.
Maybe
5.
maybe he dressed really well, he can get the 6.5. But with his personality, you put him at 8. He's a hard 8.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, personality means a lot.
Now he needs to sell himself as a fucking 8. If he's a good talker, he can sell himself as a 10, even though he's an 8. That's what he needs to realize. He keeps selling himself short. He keeps selling himself as a 4 right now.
I think the best way to go about this, Jose, I agree with you. It's sort of is to just go on the dates. You will never have a good date if you keep canceling them. So there you go. Stop canceling your dates, and then you can have a good date. It's literally.
Yeah, you want to know something? Since
what
we
is
start,
that? It's Michael Scott, Wayne Gretzky quote. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
You know what's funny? Since the few times we've done this, I haven't gone on a date since any of these pods.
You're getting these gems, and you're not using them.
No, you're right. That's why the next one there'll be a report on this.
And that's probably not ideal.
I will say. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna go say their names and what places where we went, but it is definitely going to be much improved. In a stalemate year of dating, I call it. Things were good, and then you took the year off to do what was good and what was bad, and now we get back on the horse, on the way to see what's out there. Very much so, and we're gonna continue to have these questions and have some fun with it, and and that was the last one to complete the stalemate year, and doing what you don't do.
Doing what you don't do.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, I would try and avoid using that line as well.
Well, I'm saying, you know what I mean. I'm saying you don't do the bad advice you learned.
Yeah, oh, that's true. Yeah, don't
That's
do the bad advice. Yeah, but just the phrase "doing what you don't do" will certainly leave people confused.
It might make you sound smarter though, being like,
no, I don't think
my head. This guy knows what he's talking about.
Or make you sound a little bit like the Riddler from Batman.
They're like Yogi Berra.
Get in like that baseball player.
We are all 8s here. We're all
crazy
8s.
quotes, doesn't he?
Oh yeah, Yogi is.
Does.
Yeah.
I don't know. 90% of the game is half mental.
Yeah. Yeah, like
that's so quick. Hey, that's some. You can get some quick Scott Steiner math on that. 90% of the game is half mental. That means Smojo's got a 38 and a 3% chance of winning the baseball game.
Oh man, man, I cannot wait for the future with dating. It's going to be, fun and all material for here until they tell me don't use that. I saw there's a radio show where specifically this guy works for the show, mentioned his new girlfriend, never allowed to talk about his personal life again. I hope I can have that conflict with somebody, but we'll see whenever that happens. I have another question. How does anybody like salt and vinegar chips? How could you tell me this is good to eat?
Those are the best chips.
What are you talking about?
Those are the absolute best. I didn't discover them until college, and once I did, it blew my mind.
I mean, that's insane, by the way. But why are they the best chip?
Oh man, they just taste the best. They go really well together. Vinegar on like a potato, amazing. Chef's kiss.
Right. And Matt, why do you hate salt and pepper chips?
Just too much going on the tongue.
Too much. It's one flavor. It's vinegar.
It is just vinegar.
Ew. I don't like this vinegar and the salt. I just like plain potato chips, lightly salted.
You just like plain.
You don't like bread? So you don't.
Yeah, no. I mean, I'll eat barbecue chips if there's no choice.
Interesting.
But I prefer plain, ruffled. If I had to pick potato chips, lightly salted.
You should
All
try
right,
all
Jose, what
dressed.
about you?
I like salt and vinegar. I used to fucking eat that shit when I was a kid.
Yeah. I was gonna say I don't actually like salt and vinegar that much, but I disagree with the just eat a plain potato. I do think that I do like
I
a
like to play
flavored potato
potatoes.
chip.
I love just plain potato chips. I can live
I-
off that.
Even like the sea salt and cracked pepper Cape Cod chips, those are pretty good. That's a pretty like
Cracked pepper.
bland. Yeah, it's a pretty bland
those are
Rupert
flavor.
Russet.
Yeah, but like I think barbecue chips are good. I like sour cream and onion chips are good.
All dressed is the way to go.
All dress is very good.
Yeah,
They're a
that's
all
Canadian
dress.
flavor, but now
it's
they're
Canadian.
here.
It's barbecue, salt and vinegar, and sour cream and onion all in one chip.
I love
Yeah.
Kind
Doritos
of
though.
gross. It sounds kind of gross, but
So wait, you like which one? Cool Ranch or nacho cheese?
Nacho cheese. Cool Ranch is ass.
Doritos
Okay.
are disgusting in general.
So you like Doritos, but you don't want anything on your potato chips.
That's right.
Yeah, that's it.
That's
Doritos
so.
are absolutely disgusting.
That's
I
so
don't eat.
weird.
I don't eat like ranch or what's that? What dipping? What dipping sauce? The white stuff. Ranch,
Blue cheese.
blue
That's
cheese.
white. But I don't. You don't do that with potatoes chips. Oh, you mean for like a French onion dip?
Yeah. I don't like that.
I do like those actually.
I do
I
like French
love
onion dip.
the best
Same
potato
thing,
chips I've
yeah.
ever had are likely Cape Cod potato chips.
Yeah, they're very
I
good.
feel like I'm missing.
Their dark russets are better.
I think all the
like
Cape
them.
Cod chips are good, but I actually had the worst French onion dip of all time.
Where do you want to say?
Here.
You want to put them on blast?
No, I bought it from the store. It was my fault, but I just bought it. I was like, "Oh, this looks good." We're going someplace. So I brought some chips and some dip, and I was like, "I'm sorry, guys." Like I had a couple of bites, and I was like, "No one eat this. This is really gross." So we just had chips and no dip because it was a really really bad dip. So it was, yeah, it was so was it the Giant, which is just Stop and Shop, but they don't call it Stop and Shop down here. So
What do they call it?
Giant.
Shop and stop.
no
Which
Giant.
is called Giant.
Yep, same logo.
Whack.
Yeah, same logo, same everything, just different name.
I don't even know what Giant is.
It's a grocery store.
Okay.
But do you know what Stop and Shop
So
is?
here's
You're from up in yonder.
we have a very
Yeah,
polarizing question. I don't mind this question. I don't mind this subject when people talk about it, but some do. Why do people care so much about their fantasy football team? Like, yo, look what happened. Look what I did this past week. I beat this person because of this. Or what trade should I do? Like, I don't mind talking about fantasy, but I see why other people get annoyed. It's like, yo, look who I got this week. Yo, who should I start? Blah, blah, blah.
So you're saying that why are people annoyed at other people talking about fantasy football?
In a way, but fantasy
I feel
football.
like-
Let me ask, like, do you get annoyed when people talk about fantasy football like that?
No.
Or do you
Mm-mm.
care? And it's from dude with a sign. He puts the sign up and says, "Nobody cares about your fantasy team." Do you agree with dude with the sign?
I've never
I
watched
care
it.
about my fantasy team. I would like to win.
Mm.
In fact, I said this I think last week in this show. I at this point pretty much only watch football to see how my fantasy team's going to do.
Mm.
Like I don't, especially. I mean, I wanted to follow the Jets more closely this year. Obviously, I'm not doing that now. So like,
Didn't you guys win?
sure, why not?
Yeah, they beat the
Jesus.
Bills.
Yeah, we beat the Bills that one time. I watched that game. Very much
Yeah.
watched that game. But no, I don't care anymore because we're not gonna win anything. But so I do watch. I don't have any Jets on my team, by the way, but I do watch to follow my players, so I know if I'm going to score, and you know what I mean. So like for me, I care a lot about fantasy football. It's essentially the reason that I'm at all invested in football. Is my fantasy football teams, one of which is very good, one of which is incredibly bad. And what's ironic is it's the same pick. It's almost the exact same draft pick for both these teams. And one is ass and the other one is actually very good. So I don't really know what that's about, but I do care about them. But I don't think I talk about it with everybody. I'm not like, oh, my fantasy team, oh, my fantasy team. A lot of times people will see me on my phone and ask what I'm doing. And a lot of times I am on my fantasy team. like on the fantasy app, like changing something, changing the lineup, checking a questionable status or whatever. So, and then I'll bring it up that way. And then there's a few people I know who do fantasy, so I'll bring it up with them as like a topic of conversation. But I don't think I like insert it into normal regular conversation. I could see why that would be annoying if you don't play fantasy football and someone's like, "Here's this thing that I do every week that I'm going to tell you about now." Like that would be
There are people
annoying.
like that. The fantasy hardos.
Yeah, you want to
Yeah.
talk fantasy right now? I'll do it.
What are you 1-4, Rocky?
I'm 2-3. I think.
Okay.
Makes a big difference.
Yeah, I'm 2-3, and after this week, I'm going to be 3-3. So,
Who you playing?
Colin.
Oh, okay.
Yo, who here actually drinks sparkling water?
I do.
Why do you like sparkling water? Doesn't that taste weird?
Shit.
It's I won't really drink it in the winter. It's a really good.
It's a summer thing. Yeah.
It's a summer, like you're sitting at the lake or the beach, and it's too early to drink alcohol.
Yeah, it's a good mix,
Or you're
right?
driving. It's also a good mixer.
So you start with it and then you start adding vodka to
Yeah.
it.
There's also some really good flavored ones here. So like they have
I've had nothing but bad
Very
sparkling
vanilla.
water.
Cherry vanilla sparkling water is amazing.
Jose, do you like sparkling water?
I'm from the fucking hood, kid. We use tap.
And you
I
are
would've
making a
got-
distinction
I-
between sparkling and seltzer.
I would
right?
have got. I would.
Yeah,
Yes, I know
specifically
the
sparkling.
difference. Sparkling water. I would get shot if I'd be like, "Hey guys, want some sparkling water?" They would have fucking shot me in my porch in 2 seconds.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Did you try?
Yeah, I have tried it.
You have. You've
It's
offered
just-
sparkling water.
Yes,
Interesting.
and I swear to God, like 2 bullets went on my porch, and I'm like, I'm good. Throw this shit out. We got tap water. We got that
that's
good
an
shit. The Polar
overreaction.
Spring.
That's an overreaction, Jose. I stand with you. That's an overreaction to hearing want sparkling water. No, I'm going to shoot your house. Overreaction. And that should not be the case. If you're listening and you're thinking, if I hear one more person offer me sparkling water today, I'm going to shoot a house. Don't. That's too far.
Ryan represents.
Especially if it's not that flavored one, they're gonna be like.
I mean, you want to at least get like a lime flavor, right? Like it doesn't have to be a big flavor, but you want at least lime. Yeah, you don't want just this plain old sparkling water.
have a
Stu
big
Leonard's
question
Matt
after
has
this.
very good sparkling water.
Homie, I'm used to the sink water. We call it a day.
I mean, yeah, we have our Brita. We use the sink water. I'm
No,
just saying,
no,
everyone's
no,
fine.
no bullshit. No bullshit. Swear to God, me, my brother, and my sister-in-law, we went out to a Gordon Ramsay restaurant at Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah.
And yeah, lady came up, what would you like? I was like, can I get that sink water? And call it a day.
Well, you were
I've had
out. You
that
should have got the
before.
sparkling water. It's
No,
one
that
of the
I
things.
costs
want
money.
that shit. That costs money.
Costs
Hell
money.
no. I saw
Yeah, no.
$20 for a fucking sparkling water. I was like, get the fuck out of here.
When in Rome, you're in Hell's Kitchen. You
Where
gotta
am
drink.
I wrong? When in Rome, out of Rome, I'm still hood. You give me that Polish spring water.
Can't take the boy out of the neighborhood, even when he's in Rome.
I have a big question. I hope this creates a legitimate debate. So here we go.
Oh boy,
Starbucks or Dunkin'?
this won't. You don't have enough estrogen on this podcast to get a debate. Obviously, Duncan.
That's what I need. Re-ask this.
Starbucks.
Whoa! Oh, you did say that last week. You did say Starbucks last week.
I need my Hilton points. I'm too bougie. I'm not. My bougie side wants some Delta points, so we going Starbucks.
Okay.
But now let's talk about the actual products.
still
Starbucks
drink-
coffee or Dunkin' coffee or the milkshake or the frappuccino or the cake pops and the scones and the Dunkin'
Coffee
Donuts.
wise, coffees, Starbucks,
No,
like donuts and like desserts and shit. Dunkin' Donuts.
Dunkin'. Oh yeah, Dunkin' obviously on the food, right? But also,
Yes.
I would say so. If you're getting something with like a frap or like an Americano, or you're getting some sort of like creams and milks, and if they have to get a test tube to make your order, then 100% go to Starbucks. But if you just want an iced coffee or a regular coffee with like milk or cream and sugar, it's Dunkin' Donuts.
I got
Come
a
on.
question.
Come on.
Okay, how about who got better hot chocolate?
Dunkin'.
But I do like both their hot chocolates. Dunkin' has actually disappointed me recently on the hot chocolate.
I tell you this, right? It's like a double-edged sword because Starbucks hot chocolate is trash. But Dunkin's is really good, but you're gonna be in the shitter for a while.
Yeah, so I've also had really recently I've had really bad Dunkin' Donuts hot chocolate. It's tasted like Starbucks. It's tasted like I would say 2 years ago, I'd say Dunkin' easy. But as I got older, you're right, it definitely runs through you a little bit more. And also I've had some really watery ones, and that's my biggest complaint with the Starbucks is the watery bit of it. And so I don't know. I would say just avoid it altogether. Make yourself a nice hot chocolate at home.
What about
Really?
those fruity drinks? Like
Coladas,
coladas or
okay.
Starbucks. What's that? Strawberry aqua fresh
I
or
could
whatever.
get behind the refreshers at Starbucks instead of the coladas. Actually, coladas are too sugary. They're too much
See,
like
you're
a
saying
slushy.
you're saying a lot. You're going towards the Starbucks side with me.
Well, yeah, but my thing is coffee. I almost always get an iced coffee with oat milk, or honestly, sometimes just black.
The
And
fuck oat milk?
yeah, oat milk. And so there is never, ever, ever a world where the coffee is physically better at Starbucks.
You should
They
just drink regular milk.
the regular I don't drink any milk, but the coffee is just not better at Starbucks. If you're just getting like a
Jesus.
really simple order, go to Dunkin' Donuts. If you're getting something a little
Ryan,
bit more, go to Starbucks.
I can totally tell you were never from the hood, kid. I don't even think there's a
No.
hood near where you lived, huh?
I mean, I lived in
Oat,
Norwalk,
oat,
so I suppose.
oat
But
milk, sparkling water. What the
well, the
fuck?
oat milk is new. I cut out regular milk, and so
You
oat
couldn't
milk
even
is
do
the
almond
replacement.
milk?
I could. I liked oat milk better.
Oh fuck! All right.
No,
Okay.
yes, I chose the oat milk over the all of all the milk alternatives. I had them all, and I said oat milk is for me. But
What made
no,
you
the
choose
sparkling water
oat
thing
milk?
does betray my street credentials. That's true. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to walk into just any old place, hit them with that sparkling water knowledge, and convince them that I'm for the streets.
Yes.
So you know,
They will once they see that they know
unless
that you're
those
not coming.
streets are near Cranberry Park, then
Yeah.
those streets. I'm for those streets specifically. The
Oh,
mean streets of
man.
Greenwich, the mean street posse.
What a win. Why does everybody love the song Hey Ya by Outkast?
Oh,
We
that's
got
a
in
good
trouble
song.
last time we did one of these, Matt.
For what?
Remember? Never mind. Don't worry about it. Hey, yeah. I think
Oh,
it's
for
catchy
Mr.
song.
Bright. Yeah, Mr.
Yeah,
Brightside.
Mr.
Yeah.
Brightside. Yeah.
But yeah, now we're switching it up. Now we're going to hip hop. Why does everybody love the song Hey Ya?
I
Do you
think
love
this
this?
was in the Garfield movie.
That's definitely
Because
not that.
That's
why
what I
it,
like.
it,
I think
it
that's the
was
only reason-
voted number
I think
one by
everyone
Rolling
knows.
Stone's best song of the 2000s. Hey Ya.
But I don't think Garfield had any significant
That's not-
impact.
That's why.
fine. I
That's
think
why it helped.
that's the only reason I know the song.
Well,
If it checks
that
for me.
checks, but I
I know
mean
it from a
Hey,
soundtrack, and I thought it was the Garfield movie. I could be wrong, but
that
shake
still
it,
checks.
shake it,
But
shake it.
I mean,
shake
Andre 3000 is
shake
very
it.
creative. He did that TV show too. Like, so he's showing he's a creative
What
guy.
TV
So
show?
he has that animated show on Cartoon Network for like 4 years. I want to say he was like a teacher. It was called like Andre 3000 something. But
I'm about to look it up.
Oh,
that
I didn't even
Are
know
you-
he had a fucking cartoon.
Are you talking about Class of 3000?
yeah, that's his. He created something with that. Or he was somehow involved in that. He was
Yeah,
linked in
Class
with
of
that.
3000. It was on for 2 seasons.
Okay, I said 4, but yeah. Felt like 4. Back then, 2 seasons was like 40 episodes. So
You did, yeah.
But no, so he's a creative guy, and so I think that means the song is always going to be kind of interesting and creative. The lyrics are interesting. It's real catchy. I don't know. I think it makes sense. I don't think anyone would be shocked to be like, "Oh, this is a good song." I think if anyone says that's a good song, I think everyone else will agree, and that's the mark of a song that people like, right? If you can put it on and everyone's going to enjoy it, and then I'll do with the fingers from the music video. Like, I think the music video helped a lot, actually. That was a really fun music
it
video.
did.
Yeah. Also, I'll say this. You know what helped a lot?
What?
Kids' Choice Award.
That
No. Don't laugh.
It was-
He
changes
performed-
everything.
He performed at the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Award. He performed that song. It was the first time he performed at that. and then he performed another song the next year. But that song, obviously, when you listen to that song, like the way it was written, not for kids, but they had a version of that song that kind of
shake it.
and like that bit right there, kids went absolutely bananas.
Oh
I remember
my God,
watching.
so
I remember
stupid.
watching it on TV as a kid during that live performance, and it became like a bit of like a mini anthem for Nickelodeon. And so I think that probably helped a
changed
lot.
the game.
No, I'm serious.
Were
I
you
think
still in
that
high
because
school
it-
when this came out?
I wasn't anywhere near high school.
This was like 3rd or 4th grade.
When anywhere near high school.
Third or fourth grade?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, I feel old as fuck.
The song came out in 2004.
Yeah, wasn't anywhere near high school. But
Holy shit.
Shake
so,
it, shake,
hence
shake
why
it,
I'm
shake it.
speaking about the
Woohoo!
Kids' Choice Award being so seminal. Obviously, it was big
I'm like,
before
what the
that.
fuck are these kids Kids Choice Awards?
No, I was the kids. I was the Kids' Choice Awards.
I see that now. I was fucking out of high school when this shit came out. I wanted to
Right, but
shit myself.
I think it helped because it got like kids into it too. So like kids were singing it, parents were singing it, older people were singing it. I think that it was a song that really fit a lot of boxes. You know what I mean?
It was not in Garfield, by the way. I looked it up. I have no idea why I know this song.
Just the collective. It was through osmosis. The society injected
Honestly,
it into
probably.
you.
I just have 2 more questions, guys.
All right, let's get
One, why when you're mad, why, this is a general question. Why when somebody is mad at you, people want you to lose their job? I'm mad at you. You deserve to lose your job.
I wonder where you got this one from.
You want to start it off, Ryan? Why do you think people want people to be unemployed when they're mad at them?
Very famously, I told you I don't know. I asked you this question. This is
now
from
I'm
me.
asking it for everybody.
But I will say that just to the background, I was looking at Twitter, never a good idea. And everybody being calm and rational on X, sorry, not Twitter. And I just was thinking about it. I was like, yeah, whenever we're mad at someone as a society, we want them to lose their job. And I get it. Everyone's going to scream about cancel culture. Right? I'm not talking about the success rate or any of that. I'm just being like, why is it that has become our default, right? We're mad at someone or we dislike someone for doing something. And we're just like, I hope they don't have a job. Like, that's kind of a serious thing to not have. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's not death or whatever, but like, you can't pay your rent. You can't pay for food. Like, being broke is not helpful, not a good thing for your health. And so
it's right up there.
that's what I mean. Like, it's a bad deal. So like, why is it like we're all like just like, oh, I hate this person. I hope they don't have a job. That's just a weird thing, and we all do it. Is it because it's not like killing? Is that like we're like, oh, it stepped too far to be like, oh, I don't like this person. I wish they were gone. So we're like, what's the worst thing I can wish about somebody that won't make me look like a serial killer? So I'm just curious what you guys think about that. Yeah, you think it's that?
You're head on. It's like, I don't want you dead. I don't want no harm going against you, but you to suffer, you can't work. You got a nice job doing whatever the hell you're doing. And I want to see you work at a Dunkin' Donuts serving my coffee.
So that's I guess the follow-up is, so we want that because we don't want someone to die. Is it because we genuinely don't want someone to die? Or is it because we know that if we said that out loud, we would be in a lot of trouble with society? So we just don't say it and we go to the next worst thing, just take it down. Like, because again, with the vitriol that people throw out there, I feel like it's just very, very weird that the Western society has been like, I want this person to be destitute because I dislike something they said. You know what I mean? And it ranges the gambit. Like, it goes from like people who have done like genuine crimes, right? Like against like women or against their family, right? To like, this person posted something I dislike online.
Somebody messed up my order, lose their job.
Right, yeah.
Or if I'm dealing with a customer service issue, I hope you lose your job.
That's what I mean. It's like everybody. So like everyone be like, Kevin Spacey should never work again, right? Because of the things, right? But then they'll also be like, also the guy Kevin who took my order wrong, he should never work again. Like there's no middle ground. We just instantly, as soon as we're mad at someone, we're like, I hope they never work again. And it feels very intense. And I personally think it's because a lot of people don't necessarily fully comprehend, or they're just not thinking about it when they say it, like how intense that is to say, because it isn't killing, right? It is a step below violence.
There's that, but then there's like, you can get another job. It's just
You think that's what
another
these
job
people just
somewhere I don't have to
assume?
see
Like,
you again.
yeah, as much as I want them to never work again, I'm sure they'll eventually find something.
They'll get something tomorrow. Like
It's like that
like
song.
Maybe
You were
but-
about to lose your job with this again in my jeans. You know that? Remember that song on TikTok? You bust a
No.
move.
no, I don't know what the fuck that
Mm-mm.
is.
No
You don't know
idea.
it? Really?
It made me
Uh-huh.
think of that video where the guy punched the bus driver, and the bus driver stood up and just said, "You're going to jail now." That's what that made me think of. The way you said
I'll
it,
show
made me
you
feel
after
better.
because I don't want a YouTube copyright, but
Yeah.
yeah, that's where I got at that. And the last but not least, we all like video games in this chat, right?
Sure.
You like video games, Ryan. You
Yeah.
like video games, Rocky.
You're all right.
Rocky loves video games. He's actually, we should start with him.
You like video games, Jose.
Yeah.
I like video games. I just don't have a system. But do you expect when we're elderly, we are literally seniors, will we be playing video games as much as we are?
You mean like AARP members or like 60?
Like AARP, gray, wrinkly skin,
I have
hard
both of
to
those
hard to
now.
walk up. Do
I
you
have all
expect to
that
play
now.
video games like in your senior years, like GTA 10 by that point, or you play a Nintendo 64 that happens to be 80 years old that we kept in good condition? Do you expect that? Like with
People
your
are playing.
grandpa,
People are using VRs now.
someone play VR instead.
Shit, my grandmother still fucks me up in Tekken.
I mean, that's
So-
Tekken. But what about like
What?
would she fuck you up in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4?
No, fuck that. I'd beat that bitch up. But in like fighting games, my grandma
Love you,
whoops my
Grandma.
ass. Yeah, I love you, grandma, but fuck. He's off on the fucking Tekken.
Super Smash Brothers Melee.
Nah, she don't fuck with Nintendo. Nobody fucks with Nintendo.
Rocky
What?
does.
I
I
love
mean, they're
Nintendo.
only the best games in history, but whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. You heard him.
They were also first. genuinely.
Nintendo?
Like
They were
Nintendo, the
first.
company
Yeah.
was first. They
Yeah,
started
like
the whole
Nintendo
thing.
has made literally the best video games of all time.
Mario.
Super
yeah.
Mario,
That's
that's
just a
it.
fact. Super Mario Brothers 3 is considered the best game of all time.
Well, in fairness, Rocky, you are just saying games with Mario in it. I think he was
Yeah.
saying
I
beyond
said
Mario.
Breath of the Wild really changed things up.
That's true, Zelda.
Mario Kart, I mean, like that's just a good party game. I also
But
did
that's
Wii
it.
Sports. Like Wii Sports is one of the best selling games.
That's
of
true.
all.
My parents wanted Wii
Everyone
Sports.
played Wii Sports.
My parents wanted Wii Sports.
I love Wii.
Super Mario
They bought us a
64.
Wii so they could play Wii
Amazing.
Sports.
Can we have something like recently in the last 5 years?
In the last 5 years, I mean,
Jack shit.
They have the
Yeah.
Pokemon games now.
plus all the
Oh,
Pokemon stuff.
Jose,
So,
which
Yeah,
side are you on?
Huh?
Which side are you on for the games? That's better than Nintendo.
I'm PlayStation.
There's
Well,
a
I'm
lot of
always
games
PlayStation.
better than Nintendo games. But
Come on
So
now.
I've always had an Xbox. Since I
God,
was young.
Jesus.
So I
Ryan,
have
no wonder, Ryan, we're always on the opposite sides of things.
Yeah, I know we literally
True.
can't do it. Yeah. My brother though, so my brother had the PlayStation. So the reason we did it was a balancing thing. It would be weird if we both had Xbox growing up. So I had an Xbox, he had a PlayStation, and that way we could play both sets of games. Like he would buy PlayStation games, I'd buy Xbox games, and then we would just play whatever game we wanted to play amongst the two, like together. So we would switch or whatever if we needed to. So that was why I got the Xbox originally, because we already had a PlayStation in the house because my brother got it, and so we kind of bounced it that way. But since then, I've just always bought an Xbox because I just always had one.
But you expect like playing Cyberpunk 2077 in 2077.
I'm not going to play that now.
not that game. But yes,
Which I saw
do
they
think-
releasing
I
a
do think
sequel.
Video games, honestly,
Nah,
I
it's
see
a
them
extension
pretty
pack.
beneficial for older
Oh.
people, especially people with possibly with like dementia and those things. Like if they have that muscle memory and stuff like that, and it's also not very physically intensive.
Mhm.
I could see that being pretty helpful, but I don't know, doctor.
I
We
also
could
think it'll be interesting.
SmackDown vs. Raw 09.
You just want the old school games? What I think is interesting is they'll probably also start making video games for older people once we get older.
That's a good point too. I could see
And
that.
so that'll be kind of interesting to see like the games they come up with for our generation. because you're like, well, will you play GTA 400? I'm like, probably not, because that'll probably still be a young person's game. And that point, that point, you'll have to be like VR. You'll have to like hold the gun. You know what I mean? But they'll probably
What's
come up
taking
with
GTA
games.
6 so long?
I don't know.
I
They're
won't play
announcing- It's supposed to come out next year.
That's what they said last year and the year before that.
No, they always said 24.
Oh,
They keep talking every year. They keep talking about there's a trailer, but supposedly all the signs that they're putting on the website is going next year.
The
So
leaked footage
I came up with what I thought it would be about. I'm not going to share it. I did share it with at least one of you,
What?
and I think I'm right. GTA 6, and if I'm right,
Go ahead.
you,
No.
you should say it here.
Just
I've
say
told
it.
at
What if
least
you
one-
get it?
Well, we know where it's going to take place. I'll tell you if I get it. Don't worry about it. I'll
But
be
what
honest.
if, look how
Where
genius
it
you
take
would be if you
place?
get it.
I'm the most honest person that you know.
Yeah, go show me your honesty.
Trust me when I tell you that I'm gonna get it right, based on whatever they no. But I do have an idea. It'd be interesting to see if they do it. I think they will. And it'll be. I
What's
mean,
the
not
idea?
everything exactly. Well, they're gonna do the multiple characters again. Like they did in the last GTA. They're not gonna have just one
Yeah,
character. They're also gonna have a woman character that you can play as
Right.
this time around, which they've never done before. It's going to be in Vice City, right? I think they've already announced
Correct.
that.
No, they didn't announce it. You're saying everything that's already been known from that mass leak.
I mean, but first of all, I said this well before the leak. Second of all, you just
Okay,
hearing
well,
it now. Second of all, I think that they're going to come up with a Cuba equivalent. It won't actually be Cuba. Maybe it'll be actually Cuba. Who the fuck knows? And that's where at least one of the two characters is going to be from. And there's going to be a whole subset of missions on there, and that'll be where they try and launch like a battle royale type of online mode on that island. That's what I think. And so I think the story is going to be about that. It's good. Obviously, drugs, all the stuff that's normally in it, but you're going to be an immigrant from Cuba, whatever they call Cuba in GTA universe. And that'll be the main kind of backstory for your character as you go into the world of drugs in Vice City. And I think I'm going to be right. I'm pretty sure I'm going to
I
be
think
right.
it's a good idea,
So-
even if they don't implement it. I think it's a good idea.
Well, it's definitely a good idea. I came up with it, but I think I'm right.
Supposedly,
Well, never
also,
mind. It's trash.
also in the leak, they're supposed to be it's supposed to be in 3 locations.
One of them's going to be Cuba.
One is probably Cuba,
Yeah,
one of them
well.
is Vice City, and I've got the other one. You go 3, and the map's supposed to be 80% bigger than 5.
I don't know about the other one. I haven't been to Liberty City in a little bit. You go back there.
It was at 4.
Yeah. It's been years since they've done anything
Yeah.
in Liberty City.
GTA 5
Listen.
came out like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I bought it on the 360.
the good old days. That was the last game I ever beat.
Really?
And I can't, and
Wait,
I can't,
GTA
it's
4 or
been
GTA 5?
5. And that's why
I beat
eventually
GTA 4.
we'll get a sponsorship from Rockstar for here to promote
Yeah.
it. And with
Because
that,
you know me.
this was some good stuff, gentlemen. Thank you for your insight. And let us hope that again that things get better in our world, and we appreciate each and every single one of you.
Absolutely.
Yep.
All right. Thank you, Rocky, Jose, and Ryan.
Thanks, man.